And here's what else I know. We always deceive ourselves, always. We always deceive ourselves when we ask, what do we want or need to do, before we ask the question, what or who do I want to be? We ignore that question. We are so hyper-focused on what do we need to achieve, as if that is the driving force behind our best year ever. We forget this other category, what do I want to be? And we put that on autopilot and we assume that's just being taken care of. And basically in life, there's a lot of buckets, but there are two primary buckets. There's the bucket full of stuff that we do, and then there's the bucket of stuff that makes us who we are. And we don't worry about this bucket so much. We let it go. We learn in church we're supposed to be, good people and all that, so that'll just be on autopilot, and I don't need to fool with that ever. But this over here I got to do. I got to accomplish this and achieve this and go after that, and here's my goal, and this is activity. And so we spend all of our life with this bucket, and we ignore this other one. And we always deceive ourselves when we ask first, what do I need to do, before we wrestle and address and resolve the question, who in the world do I want to be? But you are smarter than that, and we are smarter than that, and we know that ultimately it is what's on the inside that determines what we do in the first place. It's what's in here. It's all those categories, those moral fibers, those character traits. It's what's in here that determines what we do. The things that matter. If you don't believe me, ask famous people. We see them every day, and they've done a lot, right? They've made a lot of films. They've sold a lot of records. They've made a lot of money, and their life is miserable. We think, well, how could that happen? Because we always deceive ourselves, and we spend all the time in what we're going to do rather than what we're going to be. Sports figures, come on, they invest millions. They got all these coaches. They make millions. They practice every day doing stuff. 1 million swings, 1 million at-bats, 1 million jump shots. Do, and then we see them in the paper and we think, why were they so stupid? Why did they do that? And why? It makes no sense. And then we think, well, we would never do that. If we were able to do all that they do, we would never do that, right? If I was married to her, I would never be unfaithful. That's what we say. If I sold that many records, I would never betray all of my character values and live that kind of life. Fill in the blank. We all know these kind of people, and they exist in every single category. And we look at these men and women, young, old, and we say, how in the world could that happen? How is it that they can do all that stuff, but that's the kind of life they've settled for? We deceive ourselves when we decide that what we're going to achieve is more important than who we're going to be.